Hello, my fishy friends and enthusiasts from around the world. Hope you're doing well on this fabulous Friday night. Welcome to Fishy Adventures. No, Fishy Business, that's what it's called. Number 226. 226, and I still can't get the name of the bloody live stream right. That might be a topic for discussion later. Fishy Business. We are live on the Friday night. Welcome everyone. If you can see me and hear me, thank you very much. Zeni, I can see AV good. That's always nice to know. We have a fun-packed evening for you tonight. Yeah, you can be the judge of that. We have quizzes, we have games, we have Dickhead comment of the week. I can say that straight away because we're allowed to swear on YouTube now. And we have irreverent discussion about all manner of topics. And while everyone filters in, let's say hello to a few people. I know I've missed a few of them before I started because, this might be a word of warning. I came down like 10 minutes before the stream to start and my computer went and then would not boot back up again. So I think my boot drive is on its last legs and may never run again. So hopefully we'll make it through the stream with it hanging on. But I shall need to do some technical difficulties we were having. So if I go away at any point, I will do my best to come back. Bear with me. You wouldn't think I'd do this for 11, would you? Anyway, we've got a few people who have been cut off, but the earliest one I can see, which is a bit of irony, is Aquarium Delirium saying, can he beat Zeni? Because Zeni was obviously first in. But Mal, you are the first comment of the evening. Welcome. Have you had a fantastic week? I hope you have. We've also got Tommy, nice to see you. Howdy, Sir Graham the Wise. Arse, howdy, Earthlings. See what you've done there. Is that meant to be howdy, Sir Graham the Wise Arse? Because if it is, that doesn't really work. We wouldn't say wise arse, isn't a saying over here. So you can use your own wise ass. I think we British people, back me up. We wouldn't say wise arse, would we? We'd say wise ass. We wouldn't say that at all either. We'd say something else. Probably a much more crude, but you know, we'll go with that. But good evening anyway, Tommy. Nice to see you. Apple Gal is in. Nice to see you too, as is Rebecca. Hello. Peter says good evening all. Good evening, Peter. Hans from Sweden. Hi, Hans. How's it going? Zenny's here. A dry and sunny Wolverhampton. We're having summer Mark III here in Sheffield as well. Yes, last few days it's been like, I was going to say mid-30s, but that's a bit of a stretch. It's been early 30s. I don't know what that is. 86, 88 in foreign temperature. Hot. As you know, as in the UK, we experience heat differently here or something. Stevie P, nice to see you too. If your computer crashes, we know why. Perhaps Brian got mad at the computer for taking away your... The computers are protected from Brian, so I have two computers over there, three computers over there and one over there. This is the one the stream's running on, so he's furthest away from that. So you're all right. Clearly not happy. Anyway, from a boiling hot Bolton, Lee, nice to see you, Lee. Jersey Dave, hi everyone. Peter says good evening to Brian. Oh, just to Brian. All right, fine. Yo-yo Lochies. I read that as Yo-yo Lochies. Do you want me to discuss Yo-yo Lochies, or is that like Yo-yo Lochies? You're calling us all Lochies, which sounds bad. Doesn't sound right. But yes, if you are... Oh, some funny noises coming out here. This is wonderful. If this is your first time here, the rough outline of the show is at around about 9 o'clock now. Around about 9:30, we are going to have the quiz. This is our monthly quiz, so this is week 3 of August. After that, we'll have the Eliminator, which is our themed quiz where you can win a prize straight away. I'm really worried about this one. So the Eliminator might be too easy this week. I might have like 15 winners, so we might have an Eliminator of the Eliminator, if that makes sense. Yeah. Because I'm worried that it's going to be too easy. I don't know. I tried it on a couple of people, and one of them got every single one right instantly, and one of them got half of them wrong. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But that's the Eliminator. If you get that right, you get 10 questions in a row correct. Tonight's theme is going to be It's called Silly Silhouettes. Silly Silhouettes. Whatever could that mean? You'll have to wait and see. So we'll do that. And then a bit freeform. This is an aquatic channel. I want to know what aquatic things you're up to. I want to know what anything else you're up to. Any kind of chat you've got going on, let us know. You say that every week, but not every week. This week I'm really worried. It's definitely gettable this week. Let's say that. And it's hard because I make the quiz, so I know the answers, so it looks obvious to me. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But yes, any chat you want to do, and if my bladder can withstand it, we might do a little bit of a disco at the end, or a sing along with Graham, or something like that. So I want you to keep this is my newest AI project. I'm trying to keep track of the conversations that happen on a live stream, so we can then use that to write songs in the after party after the live stream. I say I'm working on it. I've had the idea and done nothing about it, so that's as far as I've got. But I'm thinking about that. That's fine. And yeah, we've got discussion about anything. Like I say, it is a fishy channel, but you can talk about whatever you want, any questions you've got about any topics. I mean, I say that as if I've got answers to questions on any topics. You can ask questions. I might go, because that's one of my favourite things to do, is go, I don't know. But I'd be interested to hear what you're all up to. I mentioned Dickhead comment of the week. I'm going to slightly tweak how this works. Glasses available at all good merch stores. They're called aquariumadventures.co.uk. I think Dickhead comment of the week is a little bit harsh, which is maybe why people haven't been dickheads. So I suppose it's worked in that way. But there are some questionable comments that I think they merit discussion. But I'm not necessarily calling the commenter the dickhead. It's the comment that comment's a dickhead. Does that even make sense? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick each week, if I get enough of them, 2 or 3 that we can discuss as a group and discuss their merits and see, are they being a dickhead, or am I overthinking that? Am I reading too much into it? And then which one is the worst comment? And we'll do a quick poll, and we'll get you to vote on which one you think is the worst one, and then whatever one is the worst one. Well, I haven't thought this through. I don't know what to do. We'll all go, yay, that's the worst one, and we'll know. Or maybe I should reply to that comment and say, sorry, you have been voted a dickhead. That's up for discussion as well. No, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I knew it was a stretch, but you see what I'm going for. It's a little bit more. We might change the name in times coming, but I think the way I want to tweak it is to have us discuss the comments and pick a winner, rather than just saying, look at all these dickheads. So it's like King Dickhead, whoever gets to be the top one. Yeah. You just pick a comment that makes you think or gives you pause, whether it be negative or positive. Yeah, that's a good idea. And then it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be inherently negative. Maybe. One with the worst spelling is the worst one. Definitely. But that's mean. Some people just don't have as many opportunities as some others, so they might not be able to spell. Brian's so fired up, says Aquatic Moose. Brian's always fired up. If I just try and say, hello, Brian. He's like, yeah. He's getting impatient because his new tank is coming. Or he's hoping his new tank is coming. He could still be at least another 4 weeks away from his new tank coming, but we'll hopefully get some updates on that. Jersey's Dave was looking at some yo-yo loaches earlier in the fish shop, but needs another tank first. Don't we all? Don't we all, Dave? That's kind of how it works. Yo-yo loaches, like yo-yo bitches. No offense to female dogs out there, was the intention. Aquatic News Network says, pick a name, Tommy. Is that what you're always called? Oh yeah, that's what you were called earlier. I'm moving fish around my bluefin killies from a 20L to a 7G. 20 long. That's what you say in United States of Americans. to a 7G. What's a 7G? 7 gallon? 7 gallon cube. Then Ginger has become a member again. Wow. And also said, what did you call me? Now, why did you read into it that I was calling you that? Sorry, I had to find that comment again. Why can't you just pick one, stick to it? 20 long, that's a 20 gallon tank that's long, if I'm right. And a 7G is a 7 gallon tank of any denomination. Confuses the hell out of me the way you measure tanks. KGA Keithson, nice to see you popping in to say howdy. Time to pour a cuppa and eat supper, says Apple Gal. She's a poet and didn't know it. I'll have to improv on spieling in case I get pocked. Has anyone got a Joule Primo 110? They seem like a good price for the size. I do not know. Let's have a look and see with a Joule Primo. I do like Joule tanks. Let's see. From Aquacadabra. Alright. A Joule Primo 110 black aquarium. What is it, 110 litres or something? Yes, volume 110 litres. So 80 centimetres by 36 by 45 for £252. That's steep. So for twice that, I could buy 2 of them, or I could buy the 7-foot tank that I've just bought for Brian. Where's my face gone? I mean, I know you don't need to see it, but... Oh, there I'm up there. Oh. I like Joule tanks. I don't like that price. I like Joule. I like most of the stuff. I like Joule internal filters. I like Joule tanks. I like Joule stands. I think they're all pretty good. But that does seem on the premium end. Does it come with anything? Oh, it comes with a light, I suppose. The Novolux 80 LED. Don't know anything about that. And a filter. Okay, the BioFlow Super Filter. It's a really good filter. And a heater. Well, maybe it's not quite as bad. So, if it comes with all those accessories, if that light's a good light, that filter, I know that filter is a good filter. A heater's a heater at the end of the day. It's still on the pricey end. Maybe if you could get a better deal on it, then yes, it would do. But quality stuff, I do like it. I'll go as far as to say I do like it. I forgot to be mean in my comment on your last video. I promised to try harder. That is one of the downsides of Dickhead comment of the week, that it does drive people to try and game it. Or maybe I laugh and go, ha ha ha, that's Mal trying to win Dickhead comment of the week. Maybe he just hates me. Don't know. I'd love to see a reply that states I won it. Maybe we could do that. I didn't switch Neums. Oh no, I knew you were the Aquatic News Network. I featured on the Aquatic News Network, don't forget. I was honoured to be featured in one of the early episodes. Several episodes, in fact. Thank you very much. I thought you joined as a different name tonight and then switched mid-stream, but no, I was just wrong. That happens every now and again. Same channel as when I did the DIY, the DIY plywood build race between you and Sean of Noisy Aquatics, which I comprehensively won. My name is Elizabeth, so I've been called everything growing up, mostly Liz. My daughter's called Elizabeth. I probably shouldn't tell you that. Have I just doxed my daughter? But I feel your pain, so we called her Elizabeth. And my wife was like, oh, I really hope people don't end up calling her Liz, because she loves Elizabeth, but she doesn't like Liz. And what do all her teachers call her? All her friends call her? She's Liz to everybody else. And I really like the name Beth, so I've always called her Beth. But she doesn't like being called Beth, so I have been given special dispensation to call her Beth, but only me. No one else is allowed to call her Beth, except me. But yes, To her mum, she's Elizabeth. To her dad, she's Beth. To her brother, she's, oh God, get out the bloody way. And to everyone else, she's Liz, it seems. 180 here. If that's dollars with everything, that's probably a much better deal. Yes. Any news on that great big glass coffin that you ordered? Not really. I read the sales note a little bit better. So let me see. Let me see if I can just show you, because it goes into, it's quite detailed about what it is, the timelines and all that kind of stuff. My eBay. What? I didn't order a wheelbarrow. Oh no, that's not me. So this is what I've ordered. Let me get that out of the way. So as you can see, it's just a plain glass tank. 7 foot, 720 litres, 500 quid. Done. I did. They said £500 or best offer. So I thought I'll be cheeky and play the influencer card, which I hate doing. But I was like, yeah, would you be interested in the deal? To be honest, I was going with if they give me a discount code for other people to use, and then I get that discount as a bit of a commission. So that's something I've done before, and that is quite a common in the industry. Is like, if, for instance, they say, here's a 10% off discount code. So I give that to you. It's called Aquarium Adventures. You put a code in at checkout and you save 10% off this tank. So you'd say 50 quid off that. I get 25 quid of it. So a little bit of a commission. They get a bit more business because I'm selling it. Or sometimes people will just offer me better deals. So 20, 30, 40, 50%. Sometimes people have offered me things if I then make videos about it, which is fair enough. They were just like, nope, £500, that's the price. Sorry, we don't do that influencer bullshit. And I was like, yeah, respect. I kind of, you get a little bit, it was refreshing. So I was more than happy with it. So I went with it. I've paid full price, so that's fine. But if we go down here, how ordering your aquarium works. Day one, you place your aquarium for order or a custom size. So that was day one, which was my birthday, the 21st of July. I'm really doxing myself now. My mother's maiden name, no. Day 3, we have not started work on building your aquarium. We have, I think that's meant to say, now started work on building your aquarium. It can no longer be cancelled. Day 7, the carcass has been assembled and is curing. Day 10, the bracing is added. Day 14, it's fully built and curing, waiting to be cleaned and sent out. I'm sure there was something about testing. Curing can take up to 14 days. Your aquarium is now complete, dry, is about to be water tested. Day 24, your aquarium has undergone testing and passed, now having its final cleaning and being packaged. Day 30 is now ready for dispatch. So I said 21st of July, a month later, 21st of August, I shall expect it around about then. But what that actually means is it's ready for dispatch and they do their own deliveries. So they it says down here somewhere that delivery can be anywhere from 4 weeks after day 30, which you can't see because my big fat face is in the way. So that's that bit there. So NB, we group all deliveries together based on mainland England and Wales. This can take a bit of time because we do it all in our own van. So from the point of dispatch, you should receive your order with an absolute maximum of 4 weeks. So really day 60 is the latest I can expect it, which would be middle of September or towards the end of September, that kind of thing. Which is fine. It's very, very cheap for what it is. Several £100s cheaper than any of the other aquariums of a similar size that I could find. That's obviously with a blue background, so I'm getting with a black background. Machine polished glass, all that good stuff. So yeah, it should be fine. It should be just good enough for me and Brian. So that's what we've got. Mandy says, I love Friday nights. I've been trying to get a bright RGB light for my tank for months now. I'm assuming there's meant to be a number in there. But they all give a yellowish light. Any suggestions? I'm on a budget. So something customizable, I guess, would be probably the best one. I mean, I must admit, the Nicrew, if you're in the US, the UK, this might be a different answer, because what was it Beamsworks or something like that were popular in the US that we never got here? They were really good whites. I mean, the yellowish tinge sometimes is a bit desirable because there can be two reasons. So it's not a very good LED and it's just off color, so it's not being color corrected or color matched properly. Or it can be that it's actually like a daylight replication thing, and the yellowish is because of that. One of them is good, one of them is bad. But in the UK, Nicrew lights I have always found to be very white, not in an off-putting way. So I don't like the whites that are popular with like reefers and things like that. Nicrews were always a little bit too white for me. The ones that just have the whites and the blue LEDs. Then your things like, so this one is a fluval marine light, not budget at all, to be fair. That does proper whites, very white whites. But the Beamsworks, I think they were called in the US, were similar to the Nicrews, and that people would complain that they were like brilliant white, and they were a bit too white. Whereas it's more desirable to have a little bit, not yellow, because yellow's stuff is a yellow tinge, that's not quite right, but I kind of get what you mean. I would try the Nicrew ones because they're quite a budget one. The Huyger range of lights, again, if you get the one that's just got the white and the blue rather than the RGB ones, they're a more white heavy one. Or maybe it's just, I don't know why I'm suggesting brands, because I'm thinking about it now. It's the lights that just have the white and the blue LEDs that tend to be the whitest ones. The ones that are the RGB or the full spectrum lights tend to be a little bit off-white. So go with that. Let's try that. Mal says, oh, I'm in the running. Mandy's got a question. Isn't Aquarium originally a UK product, and are they known to be a premium product, or is PetSmart just changing import fees? Because I went to get a heater, a small one, it was almost $40. I don't know the history of Aquel, but I know of the brand. Who's the owner? No, Aquel Bathware, Aquel. How are we spelling Aquel? Have I spelled that right? A-Q-U-A-E-L. A-Q-U-A-E-L. There we go. Let's have a look at the Aquel website, because I'm not sure. Well, you can find them all over the world. Their distinctive logo is on products in 100 countries on 6 continents. Two factories in Suwalki and Warsaw, so Polish. There you go, they're Polish, so yeah, they may well be getting hit with tariffs and stuff. So, no, they're not in the UK, they're from Poland, but if it's a tariff thing, it'll be all the kind of same thing. Right, I'm just going to pop the link to the quiz. What week are we on? Is it 226? 226. Oh no, stop. I'll do the link to the quiz there. And if do you want to do Dickhead comment of the week before the quiz or after the quiz? That's your question. Cast your votes now. I thought Aquarium were Polish. You were right. Luckily, that's not a quiz question. My name isn't Elizabeth, but I've been called that. Also Megan. That's very strange. Long names are nice, but a pain as people insist on shortening them. Yeah, I've come to realise that, definitely. I like Rebecca. My mum calls me Becca, which is like a kid's name. Becky I don't like at all. What about Bex? Or Ka? I remember the first time I used to work with a woman called Rebecca. She used to say, I think she just got flustered one day and got stuck. Where like there was a few people saying, "Hi, I'm Jonathan Miller, John for short," or "Hi, I'm Sebastian Davis, Bass for short." And she came on and went, "Hi, I'm Rebecca Warwick, Ka for short." For all of that, Ka, really? And you could just tell she didn't mean to say that. She just got flustered. But for like the next 4 years, she was called Ka. Adam's getting a kick of Brian sneaking into frame. That's the one thing about getting a new tank. I'll need to reposition the camera and get to do all that. We'll get Brian and friends and more. It must get annoying, Bex. Exactly. We have an employee down in engineering who is the longest name I've ever seen. I've shortened it to the first 3 letters. Yeah. Right, let me see if we can get down a little bit further. Rye keeping fish. Aquarium is Polish. They are indeed. We've figured that out. Garage Gills, nice to see you. There is the link to the quiz for any of you who want to play. Welcome, Rainbow. So we've missed a Rainbow, sorry. Hi, can I join, please? Of course you can. You're welcome to. Nice to see you, Rainbow. I know the plane tanks they use in the UK are basically Diversa from the Ukraine. Yeah, the Diversa tanks, they seem really good value. I think I've got one of them, or I might have sold that one, but they were fine. So that's the link for the quiz for anyone. 4-foot tank. I've tried floodlights too. I have Mbuna and the lights seem to drain their colours. I'm in Portsmouth, UK. Right. Well, Nycrew, good. Huger, good. But like I say, just go with the ones with just the white and blue LEDs. Mihail. I don't want to bastardize your last name. Just going to call you Mihail. Hello. Any tips on how to trick my wife into letting me get another aquarium? Impossible. I find honesty is the best policy. So the only reason I'm allowed unlimited aquariums, I was about to say, it's because I'm the man of the house, but that's just not blatantly not true. The only reason I'm allowed unlimited aquariums is because I've shown that she doesn't need to be involved. Because her number one thing is, if we get a dog, so I'm like, I can't be arsed walking that dog. Oh, if we get a cat, well, I can't be arsed feeding that cat. Whatever it is, I get bored of it very easily. Whereas aquariums has been one thing that I've never got bored of, that I've never asked her to, oh, can you just feed the fish? Oh, can you just clean that tank? Oh, you just change that filter? Yeah. I've always done all that. So she's like, yeah, so that's fine. You will continue to do all the work involved in it. You can do what you want. So let's go with that. I say this as someone who's currently nursing a broken elbow because I had a slight disagreement with my wife and she tricked me into climbing a ladder to fix something and then pushed me off it to teach me a lesson. She claims a different story, but I'm sticking with that. We need a camera on Brian. Should we have Brian cam? I did think about I got the GoPro out so as we could have Brian Cam, just so as you could get really angry with it. And you could see like close-up shots of him having an epi. But as ever, the GoPro and software doesn't work. So screw it. Simon's in. Nice to see Simon. Well, I think we had one vote for Dickhead comment of the week going after the quiz, and seeing as the quiz time is now, let's go with that. So a couple more minutes for, let me just move that over there. People to filter in. We've got 12 people at the moment. So if you want to do the quiz and you prefer to scan the scanny thing, there's the scanny thing. Or here's the link one more time up there. Now, FishFam Link has sent, join as a member to get exclusive benefits and help support the channel. That is lovely. You would be supporting the channel, but your exclusive benefit as a member is you get an extra 3,000 points in the quiz. I just saw Steven's name in the game. The frustration of the game glitch is making him reload is palpable in his username. I know. Maybe it's just the, have you got to the point, Stephen, where you're considering that it was the name that was the problem? So if you just go with it straight away, being for fuck's sake, it won't glitch you out. And Mandy, just because I put in no geographical questions for the time you didn't turn up, I've put in loads for the time you're here. I haven't really. I think there's maybe one or two countries and maybe one where am I. So see how we get on. Yep, just for fun, everyone. If you want to play, you don't have to be in it for the long run. It's just a bit fun. See how we get on and maybe win a prize eventually. I have a friend from Hong Kong. I've never been able to pronounce her Chinese name every time I say so. She says, nope. Yes. My brother-in-law is married to a Chinese lady. We know her as Summer. I'm like, is that your real name? No. You're going to tell us your real name? No. No point. Okay. Here's hoping, says Stephen. Right, are we ready to go? We have 15 players. Ow. Let's get kicked off, shall we? Good luck, everybody. Question 1. Which of these Star Wars characters lived on the swamp planet of Dagobah? I'm going to have to move my stupid face out of the way again. Where can I go? Do I just go right here? Ah, I'll always be in the middle of the quiz. I think up there's probably best, but I'll just make myself tiny. There you go. Is it Chewbacca, Jabba the Hutt, Yoda, or Boba Fett? It was, of course, Yoda. Stevie P and Juggler getting full points on that one. Becca even got that one right. All that watching Star Wars is paying off. Question 2. Which book was not written by Dr. Seuss? Was it Green Eggs and Ham, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, or The Cat in the Hat? Oh, guesses, what does that do? Everybody's going for The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And it is indeed The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Stevie P, 100%. Had to refresh, starting with 0 points. Good start. Apple Gal's connecting to... Oh, no. Right. Try rebooting your... Not rebooting, just restarting your browser. Refreshing. That's the word, Graham. Try refreshing your browser. I'll go and get a beer while you do that. Next round, question number 3. Find the country. So you're going to get a map, open it up, and tell me where it is. Where are Keanu Reeves, Dan Aykroyd, and Michael J. Fox from? What country are all those actors from? Those 3 famous Brazilians. Graham needs to get me to his fish room so Brian can eat everything he likes. Promise be live cammed. Oh, I don't know about live camming. Maybe we could. They're from Canada. They're all Canadians. Answer 3 questions. Stevie P still on 100%. This, imagine if you went all the way through. Whoa. Not to put any pressure on you, like. Question number 4. Which wild animal has subspecies including Bengal, Siberian, and Sumatran? Is it a hippo, a giraffe, a tiger, or an elephant? They seemed polite, so I picked Canada. Good a reason as any. Of course it was a tiger. Now, it was a picture of an elephant, but yes, it was a tiger. Oh, Stephen. Did you have to think about that one? Didn't quite get full points, but you got it right. Oh no, Juggler said it never made a... One day, I'm going to have to write my own quiz software, aren't I? One day we'll get a quiz that works properly all the time. Right, question number 5. In what children's story does a crocodile named Tick-Tock swallow a clock? Is it Jungle Book, Peter Pan, Wind in the Willows, or Alice in Wonderland? Tick-tock on the clock. That is a song, isn't it? I've not just made that up. Tick-tock is a crocodile in Peter Pan. I had to think way too hard for that, and then I felt dumb when I clicked. I didn't know that, I must admit. When I first saw the question, I was like, I don't know if I know that. Question number 6. What is the V-shaped structure on the bottom of a horse's hoof called? Is it a frog, a toad, a tadpole, or a newt? A work of art by Kesha, Tick-tock. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. It's a frog. Horsey people are weird. Oh, Stevie P's dropping down. Error 404's. Did we ever find out who Error 404 is? And Rebecca in second place, Stevie P in third, Zenny in fourth. I didn't mean to sound surprised, sorry. Kiwi in fifth, Plants at aa.co.uk. That makes me laugh, that one, sorry. Exeter, Elaine, No Chance, and Mountain Plateau, bringing up number 10. I call the tongue bit of my shoe the frog. No idea why. It's probably because of that. Question 7. What is this tropical bird found in South American swamps and mangroves? Is it a hotzin, a patu, a ukari, or a ngongo? It's a hotzin. I missed the most cool thing about this bird. Oh, did I? I had never heard of this bird until today. The hotzin has wings that can climb as a juvenile like a primitive bird. Ah. That is cool. It does have the look of a bird that just has a heavy night out. It's like woke up the next day and got, oh, I've got to be at work in 45 minutes. Question number 8. Which US sporting league has never had a female referee/umpire? That's because I don't know if they have referees or umpires in some of these sports. Is it the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, or the NHL? Ngongo, they drink it in the Congo. I did make up Ngongo. It is the NHL, because Major League Baseball just this week or this month, I think, had their first ever female umpire/referee/whatever. So that's the NHL. Question number 9. What video game franchise has entries that take place in the fictional cities of Los Santos, Vice City, and Liberty City? I think I might have asked this question before. The Call of Duty, Minecraft, or whatever the other two options were, Fortnite or Grand Theft Auto. It was a Grand Theft Auto. I did have to put the quiz together quite hastily today because I've been out this evening already. I've been to see my daughter in a play. I still made it back in time to do this. Question number 10, halfway point. The keyhole chitchlid is more properly called A, B, C, or D. I'm not going to try and read them out. They are all fish. I have not made up any of them. No, that's not true. I have made up some of them. Sorry. Some of them are fish. Some of them are made up. The keyhole chitchlid is more properly called... Yes, I know it's cichlid for you all right in. It's A. Let's see if I can get my glasses working. The Cleitharanca macaroni. Nope, I've added in some extra letters there and missed some out. It's A. We're going with A. How's Rebecca bringing up info about Hotzin before the question was asked? She must have it like a pre-prepared response anytime the word Hotzin comes up. So, oh, that's the bird that can do the climbing with it. Anyway, it was A. Rebecca was... No, Error 404 was fastest. Rebecca was second fastest. DVP third fastest. And at the halfway point, Error404 is in the lead, who's only just ahead of like 1,000 points, I think, of Igby, who is like 1,000 points ahead of Stevie P. So it's close at the top. Anybody's game. Anybody's game. Question 11. Taylor Swift announced her 12th studio album this week. What is it called? Is it A, Life of a Showgirl, B, Beyond Eras, C, Next Level, or D, 12? It is Life of a Showgirl. And she has the YouTube face. I'm shocked by literally everything. Yep, Life of a Showgirl announced on her boyfriend's podcast. There you go. Question number 12. Which of the following isn't a noble or inert gas of the periodic table? Krypton, xenon, neon, or nitrogen? Oh dear, Mandy's going to lose your Swifty card. It's nitrogen. The others are noble or inert gases. What's going on? Mary's wondering if she's on delay. So there is a little bit of a delay from what I see to what you see, but you should all see it at the same time. So if you're sometimes if your internet buffers or slows down, you'll be a little bit behind and you won't catch up. Or if you have really slow internet, maybe, I don't know. It's a flawed system. What can I say? Question 13. How much in US dollars does a permit to climb Mount Everest cost? This is a slidey question one, so you have to take your thing and slide it around. Between $0 and $50,000. You leave it wherever you think the right price is. How much does a permit to climb Mount Everest cost? The answer is $15,000. Juggler, bang on. Tommy, bang on. Well done. SJH, Zenny, Adam. In fact, loads of people nearly bang on. Well done. Is this like common knowledge? And I just thought I was being really clever. Oh, yes, the answer is $15,000. The reason I brought this up is because it was in the news today that they are wiping out the fee to climb the surrounding mountains to try and draw in tourism to an area I can't tell you about because that's the next question. Pinpoint the location. Where is Mount Everest? So again, you'll be on the map. Where is Mount Everest? Is it in Italy? Is it in Australia? Is it in Canada? We can see some of the guesses coming in, I think. Oh, some in Mongolia. Sorry, I don't mean to. Somebody's in India. Who's in India? Jenny's in India. Elaine's technically. Oh, what is going on with this? We'll look at it properly when it comes in. Error 404, 1 point off. So we have Mikhail in Russia, is that? Or is that in China? Yeah, you're in China. Come on. Nepal, these are all good guesses. You're in the right country. Kathmandu. But somebody was almost bang on. Look at that. How did you not get 5,000 points for that? That's a travesty. You're right on the summit. I do apologize. But it's basically here. Well done, everybody. Rebecca's now taking the lead. Stephen P in second. Malthorpe, Netherlands. Did you somebody bet Netherlands? No, we're all right. No one's gone that far away. Netherlands. I get it now. Very flat. Question 15. What is the letter T worth in Scrabble? 1, 3, 4, or 5? What is the letter T worth in Scrabble? It is worth 1 point. Wow, that's good to know. Mount Everest is up. So you must be quite far behind, Mary. We're like 3 questions ahead of you. Surely some of these comments don't make sense to you yet. Just played Scrabble last night. A loser today, says Tommy. Yeah, but what about Scrabble? Question 16. Astrophobia is the fear of what? Thunder, fog, snow, or lightning? Astrophobia. Fear of thunder, lightning. Is it fog or snow? That's not the song. It's not thunder. I made a burr. It's actually lightning. Told you I was in a rush today. Right. Everyone's getting an extra 5,000 points. We'll sort this out afterwards. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? I'll let the people who went thunder. In fact, that's everyone. So if one honest person can say I went with fog, I'll just give everybody some points. Poor Mary's in so much of a delay, she just shouted house. For Andrew's bingo. Oh dear. Oh, we've got a JT from sunny Wales. Sunny Wales? Oh yeah, of course. I saw your live stream from Wales last night. Graham's regular watermark question. I know, I was busy. It's a hard day. Thought it was thunder and lightning. Well, the book I've got said it was lightning. There is the book. And it even says it's the excellent quiz night book. So, you know, it's got to be excellent. Right, okay. We'll do some adding up of points later. Moving swiftly on, question 17. Pinpoint this location. Where are we? Oh, so say what you can see. I recognize that. Now remember, you can move around if you want. Or maybe you get it straight away from that. Mrs. Hardwater, aka Jennifer, said, well, that's, do you know what? Just because you were so honest, I'll give you some points as well. Those of you who have been smart arses said, well, it's clearly Paris because that's the Eiffel Tower. You just turn round. That's the Bellagio. We're on... I've given it away too early. That's where I stayed when I got married. Up there, I think it was. Oh no, maybe it was there. I've got a picture of me stood right there. Hopefully you know where you are now. Of course, we were in Las Vegas. Oh, well, nobody went with France, so that's good. Yep, close enough. Close enough. Oh, somebody did go Paris. Is it because Paris is so far away, it's just not showing your answer? If you'd kept quiet, Stephen, you'd have got away with that. And Tommy. Ah. Ouch. And Simon. Oh, dear. I mean, oh. Don't mean to laugh at you. See, that was a good one. I thought I'd catch somebody out. I'm glad I caught 3 people. Right. Question 18. Who had a #1 hit in the 60s with Honky Tonk Woman? Was it The Doors, The Beatles, The Rolling Stones, or Led Zeppelin? Shockingly, Rebecca has no idea because this is pre-2000. Mary's still on the astrophobia question. Wait until you get to the question about... Everyone's getting points for the astrophobia one. It's The Doors. It's not The Doors, it's The Rolling Stones. Oh, have I done it again? I checked this. It's The Rolling Stones. I'm really sorry, everybody. This is terrible. Everyone gets a prize this month because I'm shit at quizzes. It is The Rolling Stones. Oh. Sorry. Let's move on. Gnocchi is a food from which country? Who knows? Graham fell for his own picture clue misdirect. I did. I must have done. I went through this like twice. I need an administrative assistant. Worst quiz ever. It was, of course, Italy. Italia. Gnocchi. Am I saying that wrong? It is gnocchi. Gnocchi. Graham got married here. Are you trolling me now, Mary? Right. Last question. Adam's in the lead. Rebecca's second. Zenny's third. Stephen's fourth. Who knows what's going on? It's such a balls up. Final question. Good luck, everybody. Theoretically, anybody in the top top two can win this. So, Adam, Rebecca, pressure's on. Question 20. If your profession was sawyer, what do you do? You sew ship sails? Do you make leather goods? Do you saw timber? Or do you ship lookout? Or are you a ship lookout? If your profession was a sawyer, what would you do? You would saw timber. That is correct. I got that right. Yay. Let's get this over with. God damn it. We have a winner. It's Adam. Rebecca's in second with Zenny in third, bringing up the rear. Well done, everybody. I'm so sorry. This has been the worst quiz ever made. 24 people. Oh, it's all loads of people going in twice. Should I even count the points? That was so bad. Hang on. I need to get my special software. Which will load anytime now. Come on, software. Right, there we go. Take a picture of that. Save that. Downloads. Save that there. Get rid of that there. Sorry, this is very elaborate. I have to load that in there, extract all the scores there. It's getting slower and slower every week. Why is it taking so long? Talk amongst yourselves while we sort this out. There we go. It's come through here. We don't care about rank. We'll take the rest of it. The results are over here. Take that and put that in week 3. Right, so there's some doubling up there probably. But so far, what it says is Juggler still in the lead. We'll call this a preliminary result. I'll have to go through this later in the week and just double check all these scores and add in all the extras for the people that have missed off. So, you know, sorry, that was a bit rubbish. But we'll take that for now. Right. Don't want to take it away from Adam, who did win. But you know, you were only less than 1,000 points ahead. So you know, once I add in all the extras, who knows? Mary, at some point in the next 20 minutes, your quiz will finish. Simon, you get 0 points. Quizmaster is always right, and software reserves the right to refuse your answer. Yeah, because I haven't added in any of the bonuses for being a member or any of those things. So we'll get there. My game keeps unloading just before the quiz starts. Am I doing something wrong? I don't think you are. I think it's just really hard to find a good, reliable quiz software. I might have to just do it with pen and paper one day. Who knows? Right. Let's move swiftly on for that. While we do this, I want to do a poll. That's what I want to do. Because it's Dickhead Comment of the Week time. Yay! They've crawled out from a rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the Dickhead Comment of the Week. Yes, it's that time of the night where we will have a little look at some of the spicier comments that we've had on some of the videos. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on this one. So, you may know that I'm fond of a Temu video every now and again. I have made a few of them, and the last video released is no different. In fact, let me just load it up because I want to show you something. My channel, where's my channel? Your channel. So, little face, there's my channel. There's my videos, all my latest videos, and this is my latest video. It's called What Free Aquarium Products Can I Get from Temu? It's got a picture of Temu on the thumbnail. It's got me talking about shopping from Temu in the thumbnail and the title. It's pretty obviously a Temu video. It's kind of my thing. The last couple of years, the Temu videos that I've made have been my most successful videos from a video point of view. They have grown my channel more successfully than any other video I've made. More people watch them than anything else. I've got more subscribers from these videos than any other else. I get that they're not everybody's cup of tea, and that's why I try and limit them to like one every 6 months or so, and have lots of different types of videos. But you know, they work well for me. They make my channel grow, and I quite enjoy buying useless tat and seeing what kind of stuff that we get from it. So, with that said, here are some of my... I can find them now because I'm going to get all upset about this. Here's a selection of comments. So this one is from Daniel. So I'm just going to put him as the first option in the poll. Have you thought about making a second channel about online shopping? Sorry, mate, but I learned nothing about fish keeping from this video, which is the whole reason I love your channel and subscribe. Just saying. Now, he's been perfectly nice. He's not He's not being dickheadish, which is why I was talking about, is this the right name for this feature now? He's not being a dickhead. But at the same time, when did other people get to decide what videos I make? So my response to that one was no. I came to terms with the fact that I can't make every video suit the taste of every subscriber a long time ago. A viewer could have learned that you can get cheap or free fish keeping supplies from this video. I talked about how and why I use feeders, why it's important to monitor temperatures, how it's good to have spare media, all things to do with fish keeping, in my opinion. And the viewer may or may not have been entertained that I bought some crap stuff and some good stuff, and I don't know how to work a brine shrimp hatchery. It's fine if you don't have any interest in it, but it is related to fish keeping, which was one of his main points. And these sort of videos, it cuts it off there, but these sort of videos have done well in my channel, so I'm going to keep doing that type of thing. Which I think is a perfectly reasoned response, perfectly level. It wasn't jumping down his throat or anything like that. So, and again, I think his comment was perfectly reasonable. You're allowed to not like every video I put out. It's fine. It's kind of expected. It'd be weird if you loved everything I put out, because I do put out a load of different things. And then we have Ton Bullman. That might not be what it says, but it's very small and I can't really see it. In fact, I could probably make that bigger. Ton Bullman. Ah, that was a good guess. So he said, if this had been your first and only video about buying stuff from Temu, then yes, but it isn't. It seems it's becoming kind of a recurring theme. No shit, Sherlock. Like Daniel, I'm a subscriber to your channel, or a subscriber, if we're picking up on spelling as well, for quite some years now, and I love your videos about the hobby itself, but I hate these buy cheap rubbish on Temu videos. I also think there's more than enough of these kind of videos on YouTube, though not specific to fish keeping. So there isn't more than enough on YouTube, you dickhead. It doesn't add anything, I think, except maybe a few extra clicks. Hello, do we know how YouTube works? Clicks is the name of the game. That's exactly what I want. I want a few more clicks. What are you not getting? So my reply to that one, I was trying to be measured, but this one really wound me up. But my reply to that one was, you're under no obligation to watch. They are obviously about Temu. Like I showed you, the thumbnail has a big Temu logo on it. Got Temu in the title. If you know I make these kind of videos and you don't like them, why are you still watching them? What is wrong with you? Why are you watching them if you don't like them? Why do you not understand that it might get me a few extra clicks? If it's only going to get you extra views, why are you making the videos? Because that's the whole point of making videos. To get people to watch them. Is it me? I don't understand where this is coming from. Why do you think you get to pick what videos I make? The deal is, I make whatever the fuck I want, and you watch whatever the fuck you want. It's a really even deal. If you don't like something, you don't have to watch it. I have to breathe. I don't understand the mentality of stop making these videos because I don't like them. I'm not your personal video mechanism. I obviously try to cater to my audience, but I cannot make videos for individual people. Imagine getting the huff because somebody made a TV show and you didn't like it. There's loads of TV shows I don't like. Guess what? I just don't watch them. Sometimes there's TV shows I like and they put out a shit episode. Guess what? I go, yeah, I'll not watch that one. So, our first potential dickhead comments of the weeks, and thanks Lee, Mona Lee there, going, well, she was trying to be all diplomatic there. I guess buying sundries and equipment is part of fish keeping. Of course it's part of fucking fish keeping. Every fucking thing I bought was doing fucking... Oh. That's my main upset thing about this, is the premise that it's nothing to do with fish keeping. It's literally about fish keeping supplies. I talk about fish keeping techniques in the videos. I talk about how I could use these things for fish keeping. And you're allowed to not like them. Anyway, so there we go. We've got Daniel, who was the original one. Have you thought about making a second channel, online shopping? No, because then nobody would watch it, because nobody watches my second channel. And Ton Bullman with just utter bullshit of justifying why I can't make the videos I want to make. And then as a third one, again, this is probably overstating the DCOTW-ness of it. This is on my plants video about limitless plants, or whatever it was, growing your own plants and making them. So Green Machine Sweden. So this is Green Machine. Again, I don't know if this is a dickhead comment or not, if I'm just taking this a little bit spikily. It's obvious that you love to expand your collection of new and more exciting fish. Did you ever consider expanding your collection of plants? You're still stuck at guppy level when it comes to plants. No? Yes? Am I reading more into that? Is that a bit bitchy? Or is that a translation thing? Because he's obviously Swedish. He's from Sweden. Hans. Is that a Swedish thing? What? So the thing with that was, that seems a bit bitchy. That's a bit of a dig. You're saying my plants are shit. I think I have quite a good diverse range of plants. Obviously, I don't have... So a lot of my tanks, like my discus tank, that's planty tank, there are only certain plants that you can take there. Guppy level plants? So you're saying that I only have beginner plants? I know there are more difficult plants that have more difficult care requirements and things like that, but is that a thing to have a go at someone? Your plants aren't cool enough. You're not doing more difficult plants. It just seems... My plants are too basic for him? But are my plants nice? I mean... That's like, you drive a Ford Escort, not a Lamborghini. Oof. Oof. So, there are your... Button's not working there. There are your There you go. There are your options for Dickhead comment of the week. We have Daniel, who posted the first one about Teemu videos not being liking them. We have Ton Bullman with really not liking them and thinking they make videos just for him or her. Or Green Machine, who thinks my plants are basic. So we'll let that run. You also get to decide what we do about the winner, whether we call them that. What do we think? So, we have a Dickhead comment of the year in this lineup. Perhaps he's just having a rough day. Newfoundland is currently burning down around me and I've been stressing over it and my attitude has been short lately, perhaps. Yeah, that is a good point. Because at least two of them, they're not really dickheadish. They're just, I don't like this. You're fine. You're allowed to not like it and you're allowed to tell me you don't like it. So maybe I'm the dickhead getting upset by it. And I'm not really upset. I'm just like, the nerve of thinking I make video. No. I'm lapsing back into that again. Deep breaths, yes. Anyone got a bleeper? I'm allowed to swear now. YouTube says it's fine to swear. I've just unsubsidized. And the moral of the story is more Teemu videos. Up the rate of entries. The thing is, that video is my 1 of 10. So the audacity to think Oh, you shouldn't make them. Nobody likes them. Nope. It's literally my most popular video. Every Temu video I've ever made has been 1 of 10. So if you don't know what that means, is in the YouTube studio, when you make videos, it ranks your last 10 videos. And the goal is to get 1 of 10. So that's like your #1 video. Out of the last 10 videos you've made, this is your #1. So the worst thing that can happen is you make a video and it's 10 of 10. Because that's like, ugh, nobody watched that. Nobody cares. Nobody liked it. Every Temu video I have ever made has been 1 of 10, and it's not even been close. It's like by a margin. I mean, this one wasn't by a massive margin, to be fair. I think I got like 5,000 views or something like that in the first day and a half or whatever it was, but it is, yeah, by any metric, it's earned me the most money, it's had the most views, it's gained me the most subscribers. So by every metric you can measure it by, it's my most popular video. And people tell me not to make it. And I know I can just ignore them, but that's not what Dickhead Comment of the Week is about. James says, I actually like the Temu videos, to be fair, to be honest. It's always good to get decent reviews of their more decent stuff for tanks. So more Temu videos, please. Yes. And there are some good stuff that you get from there were some other ones that were like contenders for the running for comments, where I think it might have been you, Apple Gal, saying, oh, I've got that. I've got a circular feeder like the one I showed in the video. And some, oh, I almost used the C word there. My mum might be watching this. I need to think about that. Can't get too free and easy with this swearing. Some person responded to that saying, yeah, don't buy it off Temu though, because it'll be rubbish quality. It'll be much lower quality. It's exactly the same thing. The Chinese factories that make these things, that you sell them under brands that you buy them from, they end up on Temu because the Chinese factory goes, I'm going to make a few extra of these and sell them on Temu. It's exactly the same thing. It's not a different quality. You're just a racist. That's all that is. So yeah, there are plenty of good things on Temu and there are plenty of terrible things on Temu, and I think that's why it makes an engaging and entertaining video sometimes. So you're like, I bought this thing thinking it was going to be this size, and it turns up and it's this size. Ha ha ha, let's laugh at the idiot Scotsman. Everyone does well at that, except for 3 people who are like, no. And it's not just 3 people. There was like 10 likes on those comments, so like, there was 10 other people who agreed with that. Wankers. If I dislike a channel's videos, I just unsubscribe. As you should, and that is your right, and that's kind of the system we've got. Oh, I said my mum was watching. My dad is actually watching. The more angry they get, the more Scottish you sound. Sorry for all the swearing, Dad. Magnus is good people and loves plants as much as I do. Is that the Swedish guy? If you know him, tell him that he almost, he was in the running. He thinks your plants are he does. I think that's what it is. He thinks my plants are basic. Basic bitch. How dare. I mean, what is wrong with guppies as well? Guppy, as if that's like, you only keep guppies. You guppy plants. They're no bad. There are people out there with plastic plants. I've showed up late to a 10-minute rant. Sorry. We will get off the rant soon. I just had to vent because one of them particularly, I've had a bad week. I've had a bad week, and when you have a bad week, yet still release your most popular video and people think it's not a good idea because it doesn't meet their, oh no, we're just going to go around the circles, James, shut up. Take a drink. It's fine. To be fair, Graham, I think maybe take a breath. For the first few, you could have just said, I tried to make it obvious this was a Temu-based video, but I appreciate, yeah, I could have done that. Yeah, I could have done that. mean, I tried to do that with the first one. In fact, I tried to do that with both of them. Maybe I was a bit snippy. I was having a bad day. Maybe I was a bit snippy, but I think my responses were fairly measured in that these were obviously about Temu. Why are you watching it? Green Machine Sweden is actually a pretty nice dude, so I kind of don't think he meant it that way, but it does sound snarky. So yeah, it did come across snarky, and I was willing to believe that that was like a translation thing. That because if I was to look at it the other way, he's saying, "Oh, you obviously like to try new and interesting fish. Why don't you try new and interesting plants? That'd be a cool idea to see, and that would be a nice, positive, constructive comment." But the way I read it was like, "Oh, you basic bitch! Why are you having such shit plants?" Which may not be how. So please don't vote for him, because I don't think he's the worst. Like my grandmother used to say, tough titty, said the kitty. You don't like it? Frig off, your grandmother, potty mouth. The plants one, I didn't read it as a pop, more as an encouragement. Yeah, so yeah, maybe that's why. What do they mean as complex? I mean, there are more complex plants. Like, there are plants that just want to die all the time, and you have to, like, baby them through. They basically don't like being underwater, but are technically underwater. And I get that. There's loads of plants that I am not a master aquarist. I kill basic plants, as never mind advanced plants. But there are advanced plants that take extra care. They need specific light levels. They need specific nutrient levels. They need some nutrients, but not others. And so I get where they're coming from. But I think I'm a long way off that. I mean, I had to have Stephen explain to me last week how light works. Don't clip that. That sounds bad. Yes, Mary, yes. The plants that really hate being underwater, but we make them. Yeah, that's it, indeed. If nothing else, comments are always good, but when they make me irate, they do. Yes, that's it. Yeah, every time I get a small popularity bump on my channel, there's always a few culls, and that is the life. If even so, YouTube is a funny beast. So even my live streams, when I first started doing them, there was maybe like 100 or so people would come along to them. I'm lucky if I get 50, 60 these days. But it's been fairly consistent for the last couple of years. There's 50, 60 people will come and join in the live streams. But over those years, very few of those people have been the same. I can maybe count on one hand or two hands the amount of people who have been here for more than a couple of years, because people do turn up, they get into it for a while, and then they find something better to do on a Friday night, if nothing else. Sometimes they still watch some of the videos, but I've had people who are here for every week, constantly, and then they're just gone. And it's just the nature of the beast. There are people who will watch my videos for 6 months, comment religiously on all of them, we'll have some engagement, we'll have a bit of back and forth, gone. I don't know if they've died, I don't know if they just don't like me anymore, I don't know if they've just moved on to a new hobby, whatever it might be, just gone. And I don't know if it's because they outgrew me, I outgrew them, I stopped making things that entertain them, or a combination of all those things. It's just a weird space. Like a lot of you watching tonight, come back in a year's time, you won't be here. I'll be here. You won't, but I'll be here. It's a very, very strange thing. The fact that Temu videos are popular does show that the person isn't representative of the viewership as a whole. I know, and that should be fairly obvious. I mean, I know nobody else cares about my stats, but you should be able to see, oh, this has a lot of views in a couple of days compared to most of his videos. And it's not even just views, it's comments, engagement, everything, every metric goes up. So I'm going to keep doing it. I realize it could be annoying if I turned into a channel that just made Temu videos. So the concession I'm making is I only make one every 6 months or so. which I think is fair enough. I'd love to find something else that was as good for the channel, got as much engagement as the Temu video, so I could spread out the things that make my channel grow. But if I really didn't care about you, every video would be about Temu, because they are literally the only videos that grow my channel. As I get closer to 100,000, you might be getting monthly Temu videos as I try and get over that line. You might have thought it was a video about Rod Hull and Temu. Anyway. That's a good comment, yes. For some people, this is just a pastime when there's literally nothing else to do. And for some of us, this is our social life. Yeah. I don't see people in real life these days very often. Friday night is my social life, hanging out with you lot. You lucky buggers. Right, let's see. Who's won the poll? End poll. Oh, now it's gone away. Oh. I didn't get to see who won the poll. That worked well, Graham. Maybe they're right. I should just give up. Stop making videos. Oh, there it is. Green Machine won the poll. Really? You thought his comment was worse than the knobhead that is? I mean, sorry. He might be watching. Imagine if that was Error 404. Von Bullman. Okay, Green Machine has won Dickhead Comment of the Week. Well done, Green Machine. I personally thought that was the tamest of all the comments, but you know, Magnus, if that is your name and they're not all trolling me, you are the Dickhead Comment of the Week. Moving swiftly on. Plant snob. Maybe what I should do as winner of the Dickhead Comment of the Week is get him to do some kind of collaboration with me where he tells me what plants I should be using. Would that be a good way to turn this frown upside down? Turn this negative into a positive? I don't know. If you know him, if you're here, would that be something they'd be interested in? Would that be something you'd be interested in? James says, I bought the fish poop collector off Temu because of your recommendation, and it's pretty effing good. Yeah, that thing there. I quite like that. As a sponge filter slash poop collector slash just general very few mechanical things to go wrong filter. Love that. Joy of fish keeping. Hello. Mandy loves that idea. I mean, maybe that's the way to go. Bring positivity to it rather than just me sitting here bursting blood vessels. We make something good out of it. Maybe I'm just used to the plant world. The advanced planted tank aquarists can really get insufferable. They can. And it's very similar to the discus world. Discus people are like, oh, they can be the most infuriating people ever. You know that the type of person I'm about to describe a lot of things that apply to me. The type of person who can be the insufferable bore, the most pedantic person in the world that picks you up on every little thing, will argue things on a technicality, but they know that's not what the person. That's the discus world, and like. I think anything that's a really niche, dialed in part of any kind of hobby, yeah, people that gravitate towards it are just horrific. It's terrible. Wait till Magnus sees his sub. Yeah, let's do that. Should we do a channel raid and go and... What's it called? Green Machine. Green Machine Sweden. Let's go and give him a subscribe. As you can see, I did watch one of his videos to see, who is this guy? Who is this horrible person that's has the cheek to call me a basic bitch? I mean, I did watch this video the whole time spitting feathers going, advanced, you say? Advanced? Yeah, they call that advanced, does they? Oh. But, you know, I'm a much more mature person than that. Maybe I shouldn't do a collaboration with him. But yes, let's give him a bit of love rather than a bit of hate. Let's spread positivity. Green Machine Sweden, he's got 1.34 thousand subscribers. Go and give him a bit of love. Right. Now it is time. I'd like a review of different gravel siphon water changing systems available online. Ooh. You know, another thing about my Temu video is the overwhelming demand for someone to make a brine shrimp comparison video. I had like a bit of an off the cuff because I managed to buy 2 or 3 different brine shrimp things that were weird and I didn't understand them. I thought, well, if you want to see a video about me doing this, hundreds of comments. That's not true. Dozens of comments of, yeah, I want to see that. I want to see the brine shrimp collection comparison video. So I'm like, yeah, okay, we're going to have to do that. Hey. Stevie P. Curious if much of it is an aquascape setting rather than almost focusing on the plant itself. Well, I'll let Stephen answer that, actually. Why am I trying to answer that? What I was going to say is I don't think the aquascapers are the same as the planted people. The planted people are like, I have this one plant. I have created this environment for this one plant to thrive. Nothing else thrives. It's literally acid. Can't have any fish. Can't have any other plants. You can just have this one plant that nobody gives a shit about. Simon says, do you remember the question I asked last week? I made a decision. Was that about which of your large-ish but not massive cichlids to go for? What did we go for? What did we go for? Yes, I'd like to know. Rebecca, there you go. There's your answer. I will now read. I actually find the seasoned aquascapers to be more pleasant and encouraging. They are way more into the art. Yeah, that's that kind of agree with that. A lot of them seem to be stoners as well. But a lot of them are into aquascaping as an art. It's more of a, I want a flow. It doesn't really matter to them what plant it is. If you're an aquascaper, you've got an idea of a kind of, you have a vision. You want, it's like a photograph. You want your eye to be drawn a certain way. You want some colours to complement each other. You don't really care what the plants are. It's about loveliness. It's about looking nice. They can be some real disc heads. See what you did there. I like that. That's the discus keepers for you. My opinion, many effing discus snobs. They're very They're very, very much so. Right, it's that time. We're going to do a little bit of the eliminator. Different software that I have to now log into because our computer died. And remember, I told you it was called Silly Silhouettes. So for those of you who like to scan the scanny thing, there is the scanny thing. I'll just move my head out of the way so you can scan it. For those of you who don't like to scan the scanny thing, there is the linky thing. I think I've talked to Green Machine Sweden. He's quite... Well, why did you all vote for him to be Dickhead of the Week? If you everyone keeps telling me he's so lovely. Don't read Dickhead comments so my blood pressure goes back to normal. I'll have you know I've had my health fully checked recently. I'm like the picture of health. All my results are now in normal ranges. I probably won't die this week. Oh, Simon's gone to the dark side and got a saltwater aquarium, nano-ish, and getting 2 lightning maroon clownfish. Well, it's been nice knowing you. That's all I can say, Simon. I tried the saltwater stuff once as well. If anything, my advice would be definitely steer away from nano, because it's really quite hard. There are a lot more parameters in saltwater, i.e. salinity, which is harder to manage in smaller volumes. But good luck. Clownfish are awesome. Right, so what we have here tonight for your delectation is the Eliminator Silly Silhouettes. These are all going to be themed questions. You're not going to be surprised when I tell you it's a silhouette of something. They are cartoon characters. It should get progressively harder, but I'm a bit worried they're all dead easy. If we have multiple winners, there will be an eliminator at the end of it, which I haven't thought of yet, so I'll have to make it up on the fly, but we'll see how we get on. Right, are we ready? I think we're ready. We have 13 people ready to play. Let's have a countdown. Here's your 10-second countdown. Question 1. Who is this? So you have to type it in. So I've given you a minute for each question. I mean, try and spell it right at least. Mackie Mouse. Who's Mackie Mouse? Come on. Right, I think that one is fairly easy, but most of you have gone for Mickey Mouse, although some of you went for Mikey Mouse, some of you went for Mackie Mouse, and some of you went for Mucky Mouse. I mean, not judging, but come on. But you'll be unsurprised to learn that everybody's still in. 15 survivors. Well done, everybody. Question number 2. Who is this? Mary, why don't you just play the game? Come on. Oh, we're losing a couple of people. Tempted to do a small marine pico tank. I just think it's so, like, on a daily basis, just evaporation, especially on hot days, sends the levels off the charts. We've got 87% of people went with Peppa Pig. One person said George. Peppa Pig's brother, if I remember correctly. Pokey Pig. I can't give you Pokey Pig. We had a couple of Pepper Pigs. Gave you them. But we can't have Pokey Pig, sorry. Why is Pepper spelt wrong? Because it's Peppa Pig, not Pepper Pig. Peppa Pig. If you wrote Pepper Pig, I gave you it. Which is why we still have Zenny, Teresa, No Chance, Stevie P, Guppy Lives. Guppy Lives, Arnold. Sorry, that made me laugh. I like that one. Applegal, Bruce, Error44, plants at aa.uk.co. Juggler, Fat Kids, Texas Tom, and Laurie Carey Day. Who did we lose on that one? Let's do some naming and shaming. Activity. Elaine and Mihail. We lost you on that one. Sorry. Question 3. Who is this? Who is this? Amazes me the variety of ways people choose to spell these things. If you're close enough, I'll give you on the spelling. So don't worry too much about the spelling. But do try. Who is this? You all thought it was SpongeBob. If you went for SpongeBob SquarePants, which was the correct answer, that's also true. Everyone got that one. So everyone's still in. Isn't Peppa the sister of the princess? That's Pippa. It is Pippa. SpongeBob, doesn't everyone want him in their tank? Exactly, Mary. This is a fish-related question because everyone loves a SpongeBob-themed fish tank. Question number 4. Who is this? Careful. Get out my swamp. Etc. Come here, donkey. You do have the same outline, Graham. I was waiting for some of those comments. It is not lost on me that a lot of people not confused me with Shrek, but drew similarities and comparisons with Shrek. Which I used to always poo-poo until I went to see Shrek 2 or Shrek 3, where the one where he turns into a human and went, oh, fuck, looks even more like me now. But yes, it was indeed Shrek, not Ogre. Who said Ogre? Oh, that might have been Elaine, Applegal, or Guppy Levels Arno. So I've kind of lost track on who's done what so far. But 13 people got Shrek. Well done. Isn't Shrek Scottish? Well, the guy who plays Shrek is Canadian, but he has Scottish ancestry. He does it with a Scottish accent, basically. Please get Shrek ears and paint you. No! No, absolutely not. All these people are still in. Question 5. Who is this? Who dis? You phoned. Who dis? So question 5 is where they traditionally start to get a little bit more difficult. I think this one's quite easy. I thought this one was quite easy. We have 11 Buzz Lightyears and 1 no clue. As Mandy says, to infinity and beyond. Of course it was Buzz Lightyear. So, Bruce, Error 404, Plants, Juggler, Fat Kids Went at Seesaw, Texas Tom, Laurie Carey Day. And the other people I didn't get to are still in. Stevie P, Teresa, and Zany McGinger. Right, question 6. This is where they're meant to start to get hard, but again, I'm worried about this. Question 6. Who's this? Oh, such a plethora of correct answers. So many different spellings. Right. Now, I know that says 10 people went for Danger Mouse. That's a mistake on my end. Originally, this was going to be Danger Mouse until I remembered that we've discussed Danger Mouse on this channel before, and nobody outside of the UK had ever heard of Danger Mouse. So I changed it to a more international one. So if you put Mr. Burns, it marked it as correct. It's just showing as Danger Mouse here. Don't worry. So if you put Mr. Burns, you got it right. That's why there are 10 people who are showing correct for Danger Mouse, even though it was Mr. Burns. So not Mr. Bean. The bad guy in The Simpsons is technically correct. I know he's on The Simpsons is technically correct. But the answer I was looking for was Danger Mouse. Obviously not. It's Mr. Burns, but we got there. So if you went Mr. Burns, Montgomery Burns, Mr. Burns, Burnsy, we got it. So you're all still in. Don't worry. That's all. That's what I meant to say. Hope that makes sense. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mandy. Puts Pitford down. Well, I had a whole plethora of these where I had Danger Mouse, I had Banana Man, I had Penfold, and then I went, oh yeah, everyone got really upset with me when I did that last time. So I changed them all to more international ones. Question number 7. Who dis? Hopefully the next one's Penfold. No, it's not. It was, but it isn't. Right. If you're not sure, don't put a question mark at the end because you might be right. Okay, well that one did split the vote a little bit. We have 3 for Zazu, 3 for Lago or Lego, 1 for Mr. Bird, 1 for Graffiti, open brackets, can't spell, Ron Atkinson plays him, close brackets, One for Puffin, one for no clue. It was, in fact, Zazu. So I think it was Rowan Atkinson that played him, but it's not Rafiki. And anyway, I wouldn't have given you all the points because I would have had to type in Rafiki, open brackets, can't spell, Rowan Atkinson plays him, close brackets, which would have annoyed me. No, it was Zazu from The Lion King. Which means we have Zenny, Stevie P, and Error 404 left. Can I not get it for effort? No. I mean, you did type a lot of letters, but no. But you get to continue playing, everyone. Because remember, if you're... I should have said this at the start. God, I'm the worst host ever. If you are a hero member, you get an extra life. So Zenny only needs to get 1 or 2 more because she is a hero member. And she wins a prize. Again, that's 2 weeks in a row. Right. Question 8. Who dis? This is the one that got my wife. She was like, oh, it's like an owl sitting on a branch. Ooh. Which it appears not to have caught out any of you. Well, maybe just 2 of you. We have 8 Goofies, 2 Plutos, and 1 sad dog. So, my wife thought this was some kind of bird sitting on a branch of a tree or something. Yeah, I can see that, I guess. But yeah, my hope was that you would go for, oh yeah, that's that dog one. Is it Pluto or is it Goofy? And get it wrong. And 2 of you did because it's Goofy. Still got the top 3 in it. Question number 9. Who is this? Juggler, I'll have to brine you in a minute if you don't stop that. You might cause me to have to send things to Texas. That's my least favorite place to send things. That's not true because I'm going to have to send things to Texas anyway. Elsa gets 7, Belle gets 2, Frozen Woman gets 1. I mean, if you'd gone with Frozen Woman rather than Women, I might have given you it. But it is, in fact, Elsa. Oh my god, we've lost Zenny. How did that happen? Stevie P and Error 404 as we go into the last question. It was Elsa, by the way. Good luck, guys. Here we go. Who is this? Again, this is one of those ones that could be between 2. Will you pick the right one? Sorry, it's funny if you can see what I see because I see the answers as they pop up. And the one that particularly tickled me was Norman Price, you know, the ginger hair boy from Fireman Sam. Is Fireman Sam international? Did we get Fireman Sam in the USA? Norman's a little twat, isn't he? Every time I watched Spider-Man Sam, it was just like, why is somebody just not like taking him out to the woods and shot him? Poor bastard. Anyone go with Johnny Five? Some people did. So we have 7 have gone for Wally. 1 has gone for Norman Price, the ginger boy. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. Number 5 is alive, and so I've not given you Wally / Johnny Five because that's very much hedging your bets. But yeah, I thought more people would have gone for Johnny Five because I thought that silhouette looked like Johnny Five. But it was, in fact, Wally. Who has won? How have we done? We've got winners. Oh, no. I mean, well done. Error 404 got 10 correct. I know it says second place and first place, but you're both winners. Stevie P got 10 correct. Well done, Error 404 and Stephen P. Error 404, you will need to reveal yourself if you want me to send you a thing. I mean, if you value your anonymity, I'm only going to send you stickers or something a bit shit. So, I mean, no, quality prizes, stickers, 3D printed goods, maybe some fish food. So Error 404, Stephen P, if I haven't sent you anything by the end of the year, please remind me that I have to send you something light and easy to post. But well done, that's all I can say. Steve says, woot woot. Zenny says, woot, I still kind of won. Applegal doesn't have kids, doesn't really watch cartoons or animations, so this game is bad for me. Yes, well, I'm open to suggestions for future niche topics to do. So we've had movie posters without text, we've had band album covers without text, we've had silhouettes, we've had flags, we've had, what else have we done? Emojis, pictograms, dingbats. So if you any suggestions, we're an equal opportunities channel here, so we can try anything. Stephen says, I request the Aquarium Adventures Tungsten Cube as my prize. At a certain point, it's going to be cheaper for me to book a flight and deliver something to you. What does Adam say? Adam, I wrote that. My son watched it when he was little on some cable channel. Oh, so you do get Fireman Sam. I would have very much thought Fireman. What about Postman Pat? I'd have thought both of those would have been UK only because Fireman Sam, what was he? Pontypridd? And that little twat Norman. Just, I mean, he caused most of the bother in that show. Tommy only missed Zazu. Really thought it was Iago from Aladdin. So the last few, I was hedging on you thinking it was somebody else. So when you didn't get Zazu, that's because I thought you would get one of the other ones. So I'm glad only 2 of you got to the end. Let's put it that way. Andy Manny. I don't know if I know that one. Andy Manny had a catchy theme song, and I think the voice actor plays someone in NCIS now. Oh. My favourite was still the Bad Waxworks. Oh, and that's been a while since we did Bad Waxworks. Maybe we could bring that back. Postman Guy was a classic. Yes, it was Postman Pat with his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day was dawning. Pat thinks he's a very happy man. How can you not know it's Postman Pat, Rebecca? You're not that bloody young. Thanks for putting in the... Apple Gal. Looking for some kind of... Got me right in the feels there. Thank you for putting the... It is effort. If anyone from my actual job is watching, I definitely didn't spend all day making these quizzes and still fuck them up. But I do spend a long time doing this. Which is why it's really galling that I get it so wrong sometimes. Right. We've reached that point of the night where we're at the end of the night. Is that a thing that you could say? We've reached that point of the evening where we're at the end of the evening. Oh, I've just said the same thing twice. I was going to say, for the after party, what themes do we want to talk about? What styles do we want to use for some songs, maybe? Because like most weeks, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have a pee. So I'm going to have to leave you with one song. In the Night Garden, there's a weird one, yes. You've heard of the Wiggles? I mean, I think I missed the Wiggles. We were not a Wiggles household. We didn't do Wiggles in this house when my kids were young. I like things like Adventure Time. That was a good one. Still got loads of them on my Plex server as well. There were some really weird kids' cartoons. I remember watching them with my kids where they were a bit like... They were loving it and I was going, is this appropriate? I don't think this is appropriate. This must not be right. What was it? Courage the Cowardly Dog? That was a bit weird. Teen Titans. Teentitans. Teen Titans. Let's go. That was a weird one. Oh, what was the other one with it had the crazy bass? Oh, it's going to annoy me now. I'm going to have to look at it. My brother-in-law did an amazing bass cover of it. Boom, 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 boom. What's it called? Right. Here's a free plug to my brother-in-law, because I might see him tomorrow. I can say, oh, I showed you your stuff. There's 12 people, or however many are left. This is my brother-in-law. No, that's not what I meant to do. The Go-Jetters, right. Has anyone heard of this?
Training with the Go-Jet Academy. 4 explorers on a global adventure. Zuli,
And I think you might not copyright claim me, so we can get away with this.
They are the Go-Jetters.
Go! Zuli, she's the pilot with the power, with the speed. Kind so fantastic when gymnastics what you need. Love to make him fix it super quickly with his hands. Fast and crack the answer to that master bitch's plan. Boy! Outside the world is dirty, guided by you, but
That's me.
for heroes always learning. There's just so much to explore. So jump on board, yeah. Go, 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 go. Go, Jetters. Go, 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 go. All around the world, yeah.
Anyone remember this? Anyway, I thought that was good. This actually, if you ever get into a bit of bass guitar, how good is this?
In the deserts of Sudan and the gardens of Japan,
His fingers flail as if not attached to his body.
to Yucatan, every woman's, every man. Hit me with your rhythm stick, hit me, je t'adore, ich liebe dich. Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me with your rhythm stick. Hit me slowly, hit me quick, hit me, hit me, hit me.
Right, where were we? We were talking about what we were going to do. So we've got the... I saw someone mention Fraggle Rock. Postman Pat. And Fireman Sam. All having a fight to see who is the best children's cartoon. Forgetting, obviously. The Waltons. Super Grand, says Rainbow. Oh, I loved a bit of Super Grand. When I was in primary 5, I think, we had Super Grand themed tables that we all sat at, and I sat at the Scunners table. The Scunners were in Super Grand. Right, we need some styles, people. And then once I've come back from my pee, we'll talk about other things to do. Should we have a bit of bass as a style? I mean, I wonder what would happen if you just put in bass. Let's find out. Do we want it weird? Let's have a little bit weird and lots of influence. Bass. Thundercats. Oh. Thunder. Thunder. Right, you're having these, you're having a bit of bass while I go pee. Your prompts are Fraggle Rock, Postman Pat, and Fireman Sam all having a fight to see who is the best children's cartoon, all forgetting that Teletubbies existed. How do we show the...
Fraggle Rock swinging fists in the air. Postman Pat with a cat that don't care. Fireman Sam in a blaze of pride. Who's the king of the kitty ride? Fighting for a crown made of dust. Scraps and ego breaking trust. But the Tubbies rise from the hills
This is the background music I use for my 1 of 10 video. Even got one comment going, liked the video, didn't like the background music. The last time I made a video, I was like, too dry, need some background music.
Juggler on the screen, spinning dreams in the air. Super grand alive with his fiery red hair. Night Rider rolls by, slick and bold in his glow. But the juggler's got tricks they'll never know. Oh, the juggler, oh, the flame. He's got the moves, he's got the name. Thundercats roar, map in my rain. But the juggler stays the same. Ginger hair wonder, hands quick as a flash, throwing up chaos, never a crash. They said Thundercats had claws of steel, but can they juggle? Let's keep it real. Spotlights dim, yet he still shines bright. Challengers come, but none get it right. Spinning high, catching low, they can't compete with a rhythm so wild. Adding side sway. Oh, the juggler, oh, the flame. He's got the moves, he's got the name. Thundercats roar, melt in my rain. But the juggler's flame, it stays the same. Night Rider's engine fades into the night. Thundercats vanish in the pale moonlight. But the juggler stands still, juggling his fame forever. The kid who played the game. Juggler spun his claim to fame. Super Grand called out his name. We watched the screen with bated breath. Our faces froze. No part for us yet. Night Rider rolled, but we weren't there. Now Ben stood tall. We didn't care. Thundercats roared. We stayed unseen. We weren't in any, not on the screen. Tuning in, we had big dreams. Heroes dancing on TV beams. But credits rolled, no sign of us. Left to wander on the midnight bus. Night Rider rolled, but we weren't there. Now Ben stood tall. We didn't care. Thundercats roared. We stayed unseen. We weren't in any, not on the screen. We wrote our scripts, we played pretend, imagined plots that wouldn't end. In every scene we'd steal the show, but that's a world we'll never know. Night Rider rolled, but we weren't there. Now Ben stood tall. We didn't care. Thundercats roared. We stayed unseen.
How about a song about all the different jobs different species of fish would have? Okay. Interesting. There was a period in the early 2000s where every band sounded like there is. What was the one that I thought? Good Charlotte. Does anyone remember Good Charlotte? They sounded like this and every other band at the time. Girls don't like cars, girls like cars and money. Oh. So I think we've got time for one more song. What shall we use as a prompt? This is what I was meaning about AI. If I could get them to do a transcript of my live chat throughout the night, and then we use that as a prompt to make some songs. Apple Gal remembers Good Charlotte. It was around the time of the American Pie movie, yeah. Sorry, I've turned the sound down while I type that. You can have this generic crap back. Oh, what a shame it's finished. Right, we've gone with 1990s grunge music meets 1960s rock music, and they have a collaboration while Graham rants about the Dickhead comments of the week. The style being rock, pop, and grunge. Let's see what it comes up with.
They said it's all in my head. Said it's just a phase I should dread. Your words raw like garbage in the street. Nothing but noise on repeat. Dickhead comments of the week. Shouting loud but sounding weak. Same old script they always speak. Dickhead comments of the week. You think you're clever with your bite. Keyboard warrior in the night. Your wits as sharp as a butter knife. Cutting through nothing but your own life. Empty minds echoing sound. Circles spinning round and round. Dickhead comments of the week. Shouting loud but sounding weak.
should dread.